All right, welcome into your Week 6 recaps and your Week 7 league picks. We are joined by your commissioner, the Dad Shaw, Brad Shaw, Raising Pete's Kids, whatever you want to call him. And, of course, we're joined, unfortunately, once again, by the top scorer of the week, Justin Luther King, with a portrait of his father right behind him. Just love the relationship there. Before we get things kicked off, wait a minute. Before we do, what's up, gentlemen? How are you doing?
Swell. How are you?
I'm fine. JOK?
Oh, doing fantastic. Yeah, glad to be back.
Fantastic.
You realize we're not live. You don't have to be nervous yet. Okay. All right. So anyway, Dad Shaw, why don't you kick us off with the Week 6 recap of our winners and once again, sad losers.
The Legend taking down the Peter, 6-point win. Yours truly did a bunch of nonsense mathematically to try to prove it wasn't going to happen, but it did. Congrats, sir. Fairly pedestrian game by the starters, but it got it done. You can brag scoring 120 and winning, but that's you. You do you. McCorm Storm again. Yeah. I mentioned Mike Luck like 4 weeks ago, and it didn't happen. I was like, sweet, we turned a corner. And now another single-digit loss. Brutal. Devontae Adams let down again.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Mike, you'll get right this week. I have a feeling. Hooked on a Thielen on a bye. Better Mahomes and Garden. Actually, a shockingly good matchup. We thought it was going to be close because Lisa has no running backs, or she has one. Exactly one.
Debatable.
But, took it away on Thursday night. Never really lost the lead, but see these nuts putting up almost 143 in a losing effort. Maybe that's a silver lining. I don't know, but I doubt it. So
probably
Lisa,
best game of the season.
Yeah, very good performance. Too bad you won't ever get that high again, and you lost. Always a bridesmaid taking on the bye week.
It was a bye week.
He literally won by double the amount of points Josh scored. Like, let that sink in. Like, you could have doubled Josh's points, and he would have still lost by the amount that he originally scored. That's amazing. But as we talk about, regression is coming.
Regression to the mean, blah blah. Yeah,
it is coming.
Bring it up.
You basically tripled him up.
Break out your spreadsheet and your fancy math, college boy.
College boy.
Not even the double, and it was a triple. Anyway, good win, JOK. Welcome to the show. A couple of toilet bowl matchups left. White Devil beat by week 2. This was actually close going into Monday night, but then Dak had a little bit of a game, accidentally, I would say. But a win is a win. White Devil's in the top. Lumen's still in the top, although he gave me his concession speech earlier this week. Gave me the farewell. Good luck. I'm not playing anymore. So you guys keep an eye on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't sound great.
Oh, boy.
Sorry to put your business out there, Lumen. I'm just worried about you, bud. And then Raising Pete's Kids, topping a girl. This one never really was in doubt. I thought I'd get a little more than I did. I definitely underachieved, but I did it in the right week. So, like we said, winning's winning. Here we are to our league pick'ems. I'm going to start us off by week 1 versus by week 2. Top to bottom. Again, painful matchup. I don't know how I drew this one, but here I am. I think Josh has the edge at quarterback, although we will give the man of Blue some props for finally benching Cousins. I'm sure Gino's going to outscore him by that much, but hey, at least he put some thought into it. I think Ridley gets the nod. I like JMO over Pickens this week. I'm not going to talk about Swift. I still feel some kind of way about it. Lumen's team's not that bad. I don't know what he's all depressed about. But anyway, tough matchup, fairly low points. Josh fielded an entire team. and he has less than 100. Actually has Dallas in on a bye, but that's probably the best defense available right now is Dallas on a bye. So, start somebody from the wire and get -4 points. So just leave it like that, Josh. You're fine. I am picking Lumen.
Yep. Not a real big shocker here. I'm picking Lumen as well. I think Gino's going to hit his projected points at 23. I think he'll be fine. The reason why John is down on himself and his team is because of Jameson Williams and old Down syndrome in Indianapolis. But I think it'll be fine. Gardner Minshew starting. Yeah, I think all in all, Lumen's going to take this one down. You got Deontay Foreman in bye weeks flex position. I don't think he's going to be playing. Roschon Johnson was in concussion protocol still today, but no way he stays in that again. So yeah, I got the man of Lou.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Down syndrome, and that's the first thing that comes to my mind whenever I look at this matchup. It's pretty terrible on both sides of the ball. I am giving Newman the nod, though. The nod. Benching Cousins in a primetime game, like Bradshaw said, probably a very smart move.
Yeah, shout out to Justin for knowing that. I didn't see it. Justin called attention to it, so I stole it for my segment. But now I'm giving props. Yeah, circling back to Downs, I think I ran down everybody but him. I think it's a horrible start. Cleveland shuts down everybody they play.
Yep.
Osborne's an easier play, although San Francisco's no slouch either, but going to have to do something. But yeah, to show how far the mighty have fallen, Jameson Williams and Josh Downs in the starting lineup. Actually, you know how many people he's starting that he actually drafted? 2.
Really?
Yeah, what he's traded for the other ones. But anyway, yeah, let's not dogpile on him. I mean, I would probably play, Osborne at San Francisco. Okay, moving on to the next pick of the week. We got White.
Well, but before we move on, I mean, you mentioned only starting 2 players he drafted. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I was looking at my the draft board last night, and 9 players that I drafted are no longer on my team. So, not necessarily a bad thing.
You don't think that's a bad thing?
No.
What the hell do you even draft for?
Who's number 1?
Fair.
By a mile.
For now.
For now, yeah. Until week 10.
The mighty will fall. The mighty will fall. All right, moving on to our second pick for this week. We got White Devil Billy against Peter, your mama. Obviously, as you can see on the screen, this is extremely lopsided, but if Deshaun Watson doesn't play, which is his backup quarterback, probably not going to play, he's going to have to pick somebody up off of the wire, and somebody picked up Sam Howell earlier today. Not suggesting that was a great pickup. I'm just saying, running a little low on the quarterbacks. DJ Moore, there's no Fields. Godwin is versus Atlanta. They're the 28th ranked defense for wide receivers. This one's a pretty simple pick for me. I'm picking Pete.
Yeah. Like you said, the percent projected to win. I think you can slot Jonathan Taylor in at running back and then start a decent flex. But I still don't think that gets him out of the quarterback from the waiver wire pickup. And I'm definitely not giving him my pick in this one. Although, I mean, maybe we should do some recon so Pete gets a loss, right? Should we help White Devil this week? Tough one.
Negative.
Let the cards fall where they fall.
I mean, Pete's in my division. I want him to lose as much as possible. But no, Pete's had a few heartbreakers. I thought Karma was going to be on his side last week. It almost was. It wasn't. He gets it done. Pete wins.
Yeah, same here. I got Hurts and Tyreek just blowing up in their matchups this week. So I don't think White Devil can really pull it out, like with all the issues he's got with waiver being on having to pick up a quarterback from the waiver wire and bye week hell, and DJ Moore having to rely on him. I don't know if that's going to work out this week with the rookie quarterback. So taking Pete as well. Alrighty, I guess I'll start it off with the champ and butthurt Billy. They both got a lot of issues this week. Injury hell, bye week hell. Got to kind of give the slight edge to Wes. it's all going to come down to that Herbert, Keenan Allen, as Bradshaw always says, how one-dimensional Wes's team is.
I'm a one-dimensional both of your faces.
KC, they got a pretty good defense. It's at KC. My thought process is they're going to have to throw the ball to keep up with them. I don't see it as one of those projected high-scoring games that ends up being a running game and just a very boring game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So I think you pull it out, Wes.
Not so fast. 2 times. One, I see this game coming down to a 24-17 sort of. It'll be a slugfest. Teams will, move the ball. I even see, and this happened last year is where I'm getting my data. The Chargers will kind of take it to them a little bit. I think they got caught looking ahead to this game against Dallas. I think Dallas defense showed up when they needed to. So, yeah, again, projections low for Herbert, high for Allen. But Wes's team is going to go how they go. Checking down Billy. Billy likes to play this lineup roulette game where he knows we're going to make our projections based off his lineup, and then he changes at the last second, makes us look stupid. I see you, Billy. I feel you. Mm-hmm. But in this case, Trevor Lawrence, even if he does go, is Billy better served going with Sam Howell? I don't think he can, but he might. Olave's showing a little signs of life. I'm still high on McLaurin. I know he's been late to the show. Flip the coin. Wes, yeah, Allen, Herbert, and then a bunch of trash. Oh, there's Waddle. No, he's good. But, yeah, everyone in between, not so much. So, picked against the champ.
Hold on.
The last 2 weeks. I've been half right, half wrong. I'm going to go Billy. There it is, Billy.
Okay, great. Before I give my pick, why don't you make a stupid projection and tell me how many points you think my team is going to score this week?
Projected 112. You'll get that.
It doesn't matter what you think my team is going to score.
Yeah, a lot of it's going to come down to McCaffrey too. I mean, last I heard is nothing. So does he play? Does he not play? Wes and I are both hoping and praying that he doesn't.
Yes.
But if he doesn't play, yeah, it's no brainer.
Yeah, I think he's going to go. I think he's too tough not to, but I don't think he's going to score 20. I don't think he's going to need to, and I don't think he's going to want to push it. But I'll go out on a limb and say he'll be active. He's going to play. But does Billy have the cojones to wait until Monday night to pull that off? I don't think so.
Oh, we'll see. Now I'm taking Bill in this one. All right, because I'm not picking myself. All right.
JLK versus Lisa. So a few weeks ago, we had our trans African unicorn fairy on the show. He said that he's owned the Bradshaws the last few games and years, and so that resonated. That stuck a little. That stung.
It should.
Partially because it's true, but partially because I know it's not going to happen this week. Again, the days of Diggs and Brown bailing him out. Speaking of, Anthony Richardson ain't getting 35 anymore. That's a loss for both of you guys.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Kieran's out as well. Yeah, they'll get theirs. They'll get into the 20s, I'm sure. I even like Stafford, sneaky home pick. Pittsburgh's a good D, but he's playing at home. Mostert gets hurt this week. Mason, probably one of the higher scoring people on his team. That between that and the Cleveland D, but it just doesn't get it done. Lisa actually made a smart move and picked up the correct RB2 from Denver. And even that is better than Justin's RB2 that she just got. And then everyone else on our team is back, right? She's in full swing. We talked about it before. I think Wes said it in week 2. 4 weeks from now, this team's going to be scary. Well, it's now. Lisa wins.
I hear you and all. I do. I got Justin in this one.
Homer.
What'd you say?
What?
I got Justin in this one. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot with McLaughlin here. I do think Walker, Mahomes, Kelsey. I mean, I do think everybody on her team is going to have a good game. I'm still not a fan of Drake London. Sorry, I am not fooled. I'm not a believer. Matthew Stafford's going to have a good game. Diggs is strong. Brown is strong. Mostert's strong. He's not going to get hurt this week. It's going to happen next week. You know, Mason is the biggest question mark. I do like Musgrave, and it is Denver. Evans, but Butker, I think, is going to have a lot of opportunities, and Cleveland's probably going to score a good amount of points. In my notes here, Cleveland is probably going to be a difference maker. I'm hoping that Mahomes and Kelsey don't go off for 60, but I don't think McCaffrey is going to be 100%, and Mason is going to be quite active, and I think he will be a serviceable running back too. I took Justin.
Yeah, he better be serviceable because that's all I got. Talked a little while ago about that KC Chargers game being a shootout, although I think that's what's going to happen. I really hope that it doesn't, because like how Wes's team goes with the Chargers, so does Lisa with KC. So hope they have a down game, but they're probably not. She's going to be by 50. I'm taking Lisa.
Yeah, the big problem that you're going to have there, especially with that KC and Los Angeles Chargers game, even if it's not high scoring, the Chiefs are going to have a significant amount of plays because the Chargers play so fast. Their offense is extremely fast. So it's go, 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 go. So if it's a 3 and out, and I noticed it the other night in the game, if it's a 3 and out, a minute just left the clock. That's it.
Yep.
They took a minute off the clock to go a 3 and out. That's not good. I mean, I like it, when they're successful because they're just getting it going. But for 3 and outs to give it back to Kansas City, then no bueno.
So I heard you say this a few times, Wes. You're wearing an Atlanta hat.
You heard me say it?
You're not a fan of Drake London. And so I pulled his stats, double-digit fantasy points in 4 of 6 games, over 15 fantasy points in 3 of 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the next 4 matchups are the 9th, 7th, 3rd, and 8th worst pass defenses.
Sure.
So say what you want, but you want to put some product placement out there, this is your buy low candidate. Because I feel like everyone has your sentiment. No one knows about Atlanta. They think the offense sucks. But here, this kid's getting 12, 9, 7, 6, 8 targets the last 5 games. So
sure. So can I expand on that? Are you done?
No, I mean, what are you going to expand on? Numbers are numbers, bro.
Okay. So my dislike of London is not London and his talent. It has everything to do with the quarterback and the way the offense runs. I realize he's getting a bunch of targets. I realize he's had a few games. I'm not saying Drake London is trash. I'm not. They have a different quarterback. It's a different ball game. The last couple of weeks, they've been throwing it more because you can't just run it all day, every day. You can't. I get it. Is the guy talented? Sure. Do I want him? No, not really. That's my point.
Says the guy in the A hat. Well, you got to give Ritter a chance. I mean, he didn't go to
Braves. Braves, not Falcons.
Hey, I put on for my city. On for my city.
Okay, I'm not a Hawks fan. I'm not a Hawks fan either.
No, I feel what you're saying, but you suffer from the common, win now mentality. You expect this kid who went to the University of Cincinnati to come in and lead an NFL team. It's not like he was NFL ready, right? So he's finding his way. Again, I feel you, but that's a sneaky good pickup, and Atlanta's a sneaky good team. Defense is starting to play well. They got an all-world running back. I don't know why I'm on Atlanta's dick so much, but I just feel like that's a trend that not a lot of people are talking about that I think is happening.
They're either out in the first week of the playoffs or they don't make it. They are not good enough to get anything done.
Playoffs?
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you kidding me? The Falcons?
On to the next pick.
Dude, I will kiss both of y'all on this show if
I'd rather you didn't.
Makes the playoffs.
I'd rather you didn't.
Dude, they're going to win a division. That just happened. Just now, it just happened. Yeah. Atlanta's going to win the division. Go on like a 7-game win streak, and they're going to end up like 10-7.
No, they're not going to be able to beat that juggernaut of Carolina.
Yeah.
Nice.
To kill them.
That was a team in that division that's actually worse than Atlanta.
Yeah,
you talk so much trash about my team, I had to go make myself a drink.
I didn't.
So depressed.
I didn't write any notes on this matchup, so let me go look at it. I had a bunch on White Devil and Hunter's team. Oh my gosh. So that matchup is so funny to me. 11th playing 12th to decide who's 11th and 12th.
Not funny, guys.
It's hilarious. It's too funny.
You haven't been there. You haven't been there as much as I've been there. It's not funny.
Nobody's
Yes, I
been
have.
there as much as you've been there. No, he's not saying we haven't been there, Justin. He's saying nobody's been there as much as him. And that is the correct statement because we've all been there. Sorry. Love you, Dad Shaw. All right. So the next matchup, you got the old Dad Shaw versus McCorm of the Storm. Justin already said it earlier. Thinks Tua's going to have a great game. I also think so. He said Hill's going to have a good game. I hope that also sprinkles in some Waddle. I like DK in this matchup. Not so much Kirk. ETN, not really. Barkley, like him fine. Sam Laporta, I like him against every team. I hate that you have him. Brandon Ayuk against Minnesota. I would not sit Ayuk. Justin and I were talking about this earlier. I don't know how competitive Minnesota is going to be able to be in this game. It remains to be seen. New Orleans and Jacksonville. All in all, I mean, I'm not going to go person by person. I don't think Bijan Robinson is going to hit 16 points. Oh, that's going to be in another episode. But I'm not a fan of Najee Harris at all. I don't know what's going on with Devontae. But I don't think Mike's team comes up way short. And I'm taking Dadshaw in this game.
Thanks, buddy. JOK, what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take you as well, buddy. I mean, I think Lamar taking on Detroit. Lamar's looked iffy. Detroit has a really good defense. Devontae's banged up, so is his quarterback. Bijan, we'll see what he does because they're all Atlanta's got. Contrary to what you say about Drake London.
And Ritter. Watch Ritter.
Yeah.
Who?
Michael Thomas, Najee, nah. Evan Ingram, crapshoot. So, yeah, I got you on top of Mike, Bradshaw.
About time. Instead of the other way.
Like draft week.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lockett is his highest scoring wide receiver this week.
Yeah. Normally I just pick against myself and be done with it. I do have some analysis on this one. Putting some thought behind it. I thought Devontae was due for a redemption game. It's been fairly well chronicled, both in his on-field performance and Mike's fantasy team performance, that he's playing injured. He's been a decoy, at least the game I watched a couple weeks ago. I still think Chicago's a get-right team. A bunch of homer picks in this one. I hate Baltimore, love Detroit, so hopefully that game goes just how Justin said. But this just has a feel of like that team has no business winning. They're going to win matchup. I don't like any of my matchups this week except for Tua. I think Ayuk's actually going to smash 13. Debo is dinged up. McCaffrey dinged up. They might still go, but I think they're going to come out. They're going to try and get ahead when it's 21-0. Ayuk's going to get. He's going to smash. I think he's going to have enough first half points to hit those projections. That's a bold take, but it's just a feeling that I get. But still, I think somebody on Mike's team is going to pop. My team's going to underperform. I'll be close to the 120 range unless Tua goes nuclear, which he could. But I got Mike. Mike wins.
Mikey.
Here's my hot take for this matchup. Mike's highest score is Washington's defense.
Ooh.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Depends on if Tyrod's playing or not. Actually, Giants didn't look too bad on, what was that, Sunday night, Monday night? Sunday night?
You watched the Giants game? Oh, yeah, you got Barkley. All right. Moving on to...
That was a good game. JOK watched it. He texted me after I went to bed.
I did.
He's like calling out Dayball's play calling. And I know he watched it. But
Oh yeah. I enjoyed it. It was a good game. But yeah, it was just strange to me how he played safe the whole game, and then long bomb on third, long bomb on fourth down. It's like, what are you doing?
Smash it into that line.
All right, so into our matchup of the week. Christy versus Hunter. JLK, take it away.
Yep.
Oh, I mean,
Christy versus old Hunter McBreath. In Retard Bowl number 2 of the week.
Wait a minute. I don't know that we can say retard on YouTube.
yeah, you
Can
can't say
we?
that word.
Did we say retard earlier?
No,
Or was
just
it the Down syndrome bowl? I don't know. Go ahead, Justin.
Too late now.
Yeah, I think I said it earlier. Yeah, it's already on the interweb, so yeah. It's
I'd say
fine.
his name is very clearly written there, nationwide. If you're watching,
Yeah, there's just not much to like on either one of these teams. St. Brown, it's probably the high point. But yeah, it's I think this is probably going to be a pretty ugly matchup. I don't think either one of them are going to hit their projections. And I'm going to take Hunter because I think he has a better kicker.
Oh, God.
yay,
He currently does. She just needs to pick one up.
Exactly.
yay.
What you got, Dad Shaw?
Yeah, I mean, historically, these teams have performed how they perform. They have 2 wins and a tie between them. That being said, again, it's just one of those weeks that I feel like Christie's got some studs in the lineup. Amon-Ra Jacobs is due for a good game against Chicago. I like Jerome Ford this week. My pick to click last week, Kareem Hunt, came in strong.
16 points strong.
I think it's a Jerome Ford week. I think the checkdowns, I think him on that turf, I like him going nuts. I'm taking Christie. And it's not out of Hunter hate, which normally dictates most of my life.
Are you sure?
I actually think she's got. I mean, no, his 2 best players are on a bye, and his second best player is Garrett Wilson. So I don't have to hate, right? His team does all the hate for him, but I just think Christie's nucleus is better. Christie wins.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Christy in this matchup of the century of the week. Other than Hunter's defense, I like Hunter's defense this week, and his tight end. Other than that,
You
I like
love
every
tight end.
what?
You heard me.
It's
You
not
just said I love Hunter's tight end.
I'm
That's
kicking
what you just said.
I'm kicking you off the podcast.
On the
So
internet.
other than those 2 positions, I like everybody else on Christie's team this week better. Jared Goff did bring it to Tampa last week, which was a good surprise. Don't know if he can bring it to Baltimore because they're at Baltimore again, but we shall see. I think Jordan Love's going to have a good game against Denver. I don't know if there's a quarterback that can't. Maybe Ritter. But
He's going to score more than 7 points. I know that.
he's definitely going to do that for sure. Yeah, I like all of Christie's players. This is a no-brainer to me. Sorry, Hunter, no hate. Just don't think you got it. Yeah. So that's it. Did you write down all the picks?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm a f***ing talent, bro. I don't do writing.
Where's your... You've
call
just
that
really let
reading.
loose this week with your
call that
language.
reading and
and
shit.
just... All right, so last excerpt I'm going to say on here. So the amazing thing about this matchup and why it's the matchup of the week. Let me draw this out for you guys. If Christy wins, she moves to 11th place, and Hunter goes to 12th. So they will flip-flop positions. If Hunter wins, he goes up 1 to 10th, and somebody else might go to 11th, or he may just be 11th and 10th, and Christy will just stay at 12th. It's historic, legendary,
Nothing will happen.
and nothing happens.
I love the tie keeping Hunter out of last place. That's what I love.
Yeah.
He's got the points. He wouldn't be last place anyway. But yeah, I again, big Detroit homer. I think Goff's going to have a good game. The weather is going to be key in that matchup. It looks like it's going to be clear, a little chilly, but clear. So I think he's going to be all right. But just keep in mind, whatever Goff does, Amon-Ra is going to double. So,
Yep. Yep.
Sweet. Are we wrapped up? Is that everybody? Oh, we got a recap because nobody paid attention to who we picked. All right. Running down the list. I'm going to do this from memory, right? Here comes the Down syndrome coming out. Pay attention. Not one of those functioning ones that actually drives and has a job.
But can't read good.
So running down the recap. Raising Pete's Kids versus McCorm Storm. I have Mike winning, JOK, and the champ picked me. White Devil versus Pete. We're unanimous Pete. A girl versus Hunter. Wes and I have a girl. Justin is on Hunter's nuts, although Wes does love his tight end. Better Mahomes and Garden versus JOK. Again, speaking of being on someone's nuts, Wes picked Justin. Justin and I picked Lisa. Bye week 1 versus bye week 2. I think we all picked Lumen because we feel bad for him. I'm just kidding, dude. I love you, bro. And then Butthurt Billy versus The Legend. My Wes hate came out a little too much, and I picked Billy, but Wes picked Billy too, but Justin picked Wes.
I'm never picking me.
You did pick you, or you didn't pick you?
I'm never picking me ever again.
Okay, so me and you picked Billy. Justin picked you.